Hello BookTube, my June manga order came in today. Every month I put in an order with Book People, the great bookstore in Austin, Texas, for the next month's forthcoming volumes of manga in the series that I actively follow, or new series that I want to try out. This is the first order I put in with Book People's new website. And it seems that there are more shipping options, and instead of what I normally do, which is select one of the ones via the U.S. Postal Service, I selected one that went from UPS or FedEx. Now, the reason why I got these volumes in relatively early, normally I get these orders in the beginning of the following month, or maybe sometimes a little bit further into the following month, is that the last two volumes of this order came in last week rather than at the end of the month. So like this, so July's order I will get sometime in August without question, because the one of the volumes is coming out the last week of July, so it'll be August when I get it. Anyway, so there are 7 volumes I picked up, starting with the first volume of a series that I want to try out. Kill Blue by Tadatoshi Fujimaki. Juzo Ogami has never led a normal life. He was picked up by a criminal organization as a child and grew up to become a legendary hitman. But everything changes when he's bitten by a mysterious insect and becomes a teenager again. Can this battle-hardened assassin handle the rigors of middle school life? Juzo Ogami's a legend. Even among hitmen, his name sends shivers down spines. There's never been a job he couldn't handle. That is until the day he wakes up as a teenager. But how has his body transformed? To find out, he'll have to infiltrate the one place he thought he'd never find himself in again, school. So, this sounds very interesting. The rest of these volumes are of series that I'm already actively following. Next up is Dead Rock Volume 2 by Hiro Mashima. Classes can be real hell. Getting into Dead Rock is just the start of a long, difficult road to become a Demon King, except Yakuto has a goal even more impossible than that: to kill God, the school's principal and the most powerful being in all 3 worlds. But first, he must survive his professors. So, I've already read the first volume and really enjoyed it. I am a big fan of Hiro Mashima's work. He is my favorite manga author, and I'm really looking forward to Volume 2 of Dead Rock. Volume 17 of Four Nights of the Apocalypse by Nakaba Suzuki. Return to the thrilling magical world of Britannia with this new adventure from the creator of the Seven Deadly Sins. This is the sequel to the Seven Deadly Sins. In the Forest of Fairies, Percival lies in a deep slumber. Nathan works tirelessly, holding on to the hope of his recovery, while the forest inhabitants watch over him with warmth and support. But among them, Myrtle, the son of the Fairy King and Giant Queen, fills his heart stir with growing doubt. Manipulated by an outside force, Myrtle is consumed by suspicion, distrust, and a crushing sense of inferiority. As despair and anger take hold, he turns against Nathan's and even his own family. When this lonely soul falls into darkness, the fragile peace of the forest is shattered, and the air grows heavy with the promise of a great tragedy. Really looking forward to this. Volume 16 was really good. Next up is DanDaDan Volume 13 by Yukinobu Tatsu. It is revealed that Vamola, the girl found inside the kaiju suit, is actually a member of the once thriving Sumerian race from deep space. Unfortunately, her home world was attacked by the aliens presently targeting Earth, leaving her people scattered. She herself had been forced to plot her escape from the planet with a group of other women, including Manga, who found her as a child and raised her. Now, having learned of Momola's past, Momo and the others rise to action, but the aliens they face are a formidable enemy. Now, really looking forward to this. Next up is the penultimate volume of My Hero Academia by Kohei Horikoshi, volume 41. What would the world be like if 80% of the population manifested superpowers called quirks? Heroes and villains would be battling it out everywhere. Being a hero would mean learning to use your power. But where would you go to study? The Hero Academy, of course. But what would you do if you were one of the 20% who were born quirkless? Midoriya's epic final battle with Shigaraki reaches its earth-shattering crescendo, with danger sense stolen away and the villain threatening to wipe Japan off the map. Midoriya has to get really creative with his quirks to survive. The seconds plan to smash the vestiges of One for All into the core of Shigaraki's psychic space is the last chance the heroes have to stop All for One's grand schemes from coming to fruition. But first, Midoriya has to land a solid punch. So, really looking forward to this. My Hero Academia is one of my favorite series. It is just wonderful. And I will be heartbroken when it ends. But I can always go back and reread it. Next up is Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead, Volume 17 by Hiro and Kotaro Takata. After spending years toiling away for a soul-crushing company, Akira's life has lost its luster. But when a zombie apocalypse ravages his town, it gives him the push he needs to live for himself. Now Akira is on a mission to complete all 100 items on his bucket list before he, kicks the bucket. Doubling back from Kyushu, the group finds itself in Kagoshima, headquarters of Star W. Despite the zombie pandemic, Star W's president, Ukaji, is chasing his dreams of bringing humanity to the stars. With the company's first unmanned shuttle launch imminent, the gang can't help but get swept up in his dramatic stories about the possibilities that space holds. Till zombies show up, that is. But that gives Akira and the gang an idea that is out of this world. So, really love Zom 100. And finally, Volume 9 of Choujin X by Sui Ishida. Best friends Tokyo and Azuma do everything together, even if most of the time it feels like Tokyo is just stumbling along in Azuma's cooler, more talented footsteps. But when they're attacked one night by a superhuman mutant called a Choujin, Tokyo finally has a chance to shine by turning into a Choujin himself. Tokyo's recent side quest to rescue Palma Shishinagura turns out to have been worth the effort when she's able to help them with a little problem. Yamato Mori needs to interrogate the drug dealer who's been pushing Zora's opium in the old market, but he was hacked to pieces right in front of them. What's a little death when a zombie maker owes you a favor? Really looking forward to this. So, my manga haul. Choujin X, Volume 9. Zom 100, Volume 17. My Hero Academia, Volume 41. One more to go. DanDaDan, Volume 13. Quite a lot more to go, hopefully. Four Nights of the Apocalypse, Volume 17. More to go. Dead Rock, Volume 2. Definitely more to go, hopefully. And Kill Blue, Volume 1. Quite happy for this. So, anyway, BookTube, I will be back later. Until then, thank you, have a great afternoon, and stay safe.